This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're with Fat Nightmares and Terror and we are going to be on Fjords in the Chieftain. I know, right? It's been so long since we've run it. I know, but I was playing around and they decided they wanted to run some stuff and I decided I'd run some stuff with them. And so I jumped in the Chieftain because I wanted something that could take a fight. You know what I mean? I had been in the T100 and we'd had some fun and I had that ridiculous clutch and, you know, I wanted something that could take a hit. So I'm like, yeah, the Chieftain. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. You're like, but Spartan, let's be honest, you had the Super Conqueror, why not jump in that? Well, as I said previously, though I like the Super Conqueror and I like the Chieftain and I love the Conqueror, between the two at tier 10, I'll take the Chieftain. It's just, in my opinion, in my playstyle, it's the better tank for me. Now, we take a shot at the light tank there. I don't think he ever came over the ridgeline for us to shoot at, but I was trying to, like, lead him. I thought he was there. Now, this Bat Chat's coming down. He's putting it on our little guy, and we get hit by artillery already. It's like, really? That's how this game's gonna go? Of all the people that were lit up by that light tank, I'm the guy that gets the arty shell? Really? And I know what you're thinking, but Spartan, it's karma. All those shots that you were taking at other people in their when you're in your arty gets paid back to you eventually. You're right, it does. Like half the people that I hit go in and they jump in their arties and they're like, oh, by the way, Spartan's still playing and he's not in his arty. Let's ruin him. I'm gonna focus fire him the entire game. But notice that I don't sit out there for the arty to shoot me. I get behind a rock. Well, hopefully it's enough cover. But I get behind the rock to protect myself from the arty. Now, we don't want to push any further out because we don't have anybody here with us. We take a shot into the TVP there. Now, I was contemplating loading Hesh for this guy, but I didn't. He's running and we get another shot into him. He's going to take off. Now I want to get a little bit closer. We've got an E5 here, and again, the guy is just like sitting there waiting for me to pop around the corner. We've got a medium tank right there, and this E5 was sitting right in front of him, and of course I'm the only one that gets shot here. Like, really? Now the medium tank is going to get run up on by a Bat Chat that was there earlier. And these guys are going to push me pretty hard here. As soon as that medium tank's down, all of a sudden I've got their undivided attention. So we put a round on the E5 and actually catch the Bat Chat on his way in. Now the Bat Chat does track us. Unfortunate, but it's a thing. Luckily, we have a Panzerkampfwagen 7 saving my booty. That's a preferable situation. Now luckily the E5 completely screws the pooch here. Shoots the other... or somebody shot the Bat Chat's dead body, and then we shot the E5. Now the E100's got his turret turned. We do sneak a shell in before he gets that thing swung around, but it doesn't really matter. Even if he thinks he's going to do something, he's really not. We put it right through his drive wheel into the side of his tank. He's looking right at us. Oh no, is he going to get loaded? No, let's be honest. It's a Chieftain. You're not outloading a Chieftain in an E100. I can put 2 rounds at least. Sometimes 3, depends on what you got. I probably could get 3 rounds to his 1. Be honest. Shot into the Wizzy 111 5A. Now that's a tank that I'm going to have to look at. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never looked at any Chinese tanks, like I've never been interested in any, but that tank in particular has me going, uh-huh. Because it just seems overpowered as crap and I want a piece. And I know what you're thinking. What do you mean, Spartan? How's it overpowered? It's a freaking monster. I don't know if you guys have played against them, but it doesn't matter what tank I'm in. I bounce off these things like ain't nobody's business. It'll trick you into shooting at its bottom plate, and you shoot its bottom plate, and you still bounce off the darn thing. Now there we go through. So does somebody else. And this particular one's kind of belly up to everybody, so he's going to be a little easier to pin than most. But you can see I'm aiming at his bottom plate. Now whether I hit it, that's a different story. But it's not got a very big weak spot on the front of that tank. And if it's hauled down, it is an absolute monster. Now the IS-7, on the other hand, should be an easier pin. And you can see I start backing off to try to side scrape a little bit. He does pin me, and while he's there, I go ahead and take another round at him, and I get nothing for it. It's unfortunate, but it's a thing. Now the IS-7 is sitting there. Again, these guys are on top of a ridgeline. It should be giving me about as easy a shot as possible, and I just can't seem to hit the sweet spot to pin these guys. So I'm going to close the distance, hoping not to get shot in the process. We do manage to get down here. Now, the one thing I will say is this puts me squarely in Artie's hands. I could easily be just obliterated by the Artie right now. But I'm hoping that our guys are getting close enough to the base that they're the target of interest and not me. So, yeah, now our base alarm goes off. I'm getting ready to swing around, and I realize that Terror is headed back to base. And, honestly, one tank isn't going to be enough to stop Terror. It's just not going to be a thing. Now, we do bounce the round from the IS-7, and that time we pin him, and holy moly, high roll out of a Chieftan. We got a 440 roll out of a Chieftan. I think the IS-7 done pissed off the Chieftan commander. He's like, load the extra hot round. I've done lost my mind, guys. I'm not feeling the greatest, and I think I'm sleep deprived enough that, or sleep deprived enough. And there we get another pin on the IS-7. Again, just bouncing everything that they send at us and trying to give him back, and somehow he pins that shot. I really want to know how he pinned that shot, because in theory, that shouldn't have happened. I'm at such a great angle that he shouldn't be able to pin it. Now, he pushes up on Nightmare, and Nightmare right now is like, dude, I'm going to die, somebody needs to help me. I'm like, I'm right here, 449! What happened to my Chieftan? Yeah, they definitely irritated this Chieftan to the point he's ready to kill everybody. He had 2 rolls almost back-to-back of over 400 in a Chieftan. Now, this guy comes in, I set him on fire, I'm keeping the front armor towards him, and the IS-7 snipes him and takes the kill, but he's dead. That's what matters. Now, we auto-lock him, and just to spite me out of telling you guys that the 111-5A is such troll and manages to bounce everything, just to spite me on that, I auto-lock and pin him. You can't make it up. And of course, TVP comes in and shoots me down just to get me off the board, I think. But we did our job, guys. 19 hits, 3 kills. What do we end up with? We lost 16,000 silver, made 5,800 damage and 3 kills, and 3,000 blocked. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.